So there is momentum from the third place match, and we're trying to actually neutralize it. We don't really want momentum. We want to make sure that we don't have any sort of false confidence or anything like that, that we have our underdog mentality and that we're tackling every single day, still with a lot to prove on the line. Kind of like from the 30,000 foot view, what we're looking at for these 2 weeks is this very bizarre kind of incestuous training program of like 3 teams where we're all trying to slaughter each other without revealing anything at all, but like showing everything that we're doing to each other. And we honestly, at this point, it's really weird and bizarre to try to predict like what's gonna actually happen on stage. We don't know if all of us are gonna stick to our guns while we're training, or just like have all these secret kind of strategies that we're working up that we can't even really train. So they're just theory crafting at this point.
I think that we've been on the same patch for like a really long time, like longer than I can almost ever like remember like playing on one patch for in my like pro career. I think that we've cycled through like a bunch of metas and from scrimming a lot, and like what I've kind of come to realize is like a lot of the stuff that was good is still good, but if you play it over and over again, like maybe like one team finds like their own counter to it, so you might think it's not as good. So I think it's really about not getting too like results oriented and more like trying to like stick to like what you know you're good at.
And this might be a slight to say it, but I hope that FlyQuest clutches the victory against Clutch. Personally, I'm really excited for the Clutch rematch. I think that we learned more on stage than they did in terms of experience and fortitude. And those are the things that really kind of like matter in a series, is your ability to adapt and the depth of your champion pools and your ability to like have fortitude towards adapting to different play styles that are gonna fit the best of 5 better. We had to completely change the way that we played to win that best of 5. We had to completely change our champion pools to the best of 5. And they were not able to change their champion pools, and they weren't able to change their style. And that kind of stuff comes back to bite you. So assuming it's the same Clutch that played 2 weeks ago, I think that we are even more prepared for them now than we were on stage. I think it speaks to the players' seriousness of their approach to the game, that when it's crunch time, they're still doing the same things they were before. It feels even worse, maybe as a coach or as a player, to see that your team steps it up big when it starts to really matter, which means that they're kind of slacking off the rest of the time, right? So yeah, I like what I'm seeing, and I think the team does as well.